Bonjour tout le monde, c'est moi Charlotte et aujourd'hui nous allons étudier les paroles d'une chanson en français qui s'appelle C'est pas sérieux. C'est pas sérieux. So, hello everyone, welcome to my this month's French club. We're looking at another French song today, the French lyrics of a lovely song from the 60s. So I'll play you a little bit of it and you'll get an idea of the melody and the rhythm, okay? It's pretty cool, I think.
C'est pas sérieux, mon amour, de s'embrasser comme ça dans la rue, n'importe où. Ce n'est pas sérieux, mais c'est bon, mon amour, quand ta bouche affamée se promène sur mon cou. Et moi si timide, je me sens solide, depuis que tu m'aimes, comment le cacher sans tricher, ce grand bonheur qu'on affiche sans pudeur, c'est pas sérieux, mon amour.
Okay, so you get an idea for that kind of typical kind of 60s sound, pop song. Anyway, this is a great song because it's, well, for lots of reasons, it's all about courtship and love and emotions and kind of being a bit sneaky to try and avoid being seen whilst showing affection basically out on the street, okay, like in front of people. So I like it and it's a bit cheeky and there's some informal structures or informal phrases and idioms in there, okay? So let's go. So the first thing is c'est pas sérieux. Sérieux. So there's a little accent over that E there to make an I sound of the letter E. Sérieux. I will have to go zoom in for you to be able to see probably these lyrics, or to see my writing at least. And I'm going to go from this board to a smaller board to the next page on this board, just in order to be able to fit it all in and not use too much of the paper. I'm trying to minimise, how much paper I use. C'est pas sérieux, mon amour, mon amour, mon amour, mon amour. So that's one that either a guy or a girl can use when talking to the person that they love. So the gender of the person that you're addressing, it doesn't matter, because if you're going to call them mon amour, you're saying my love, and the word amour is masculine. But also when you have a noun and you're saying my something or other that starts with a vowel in French, like mon ami, even if it's une amie, like a female friend, because the word ami starts with a vowel, you would say mon ami, even if it's my female friend that I'm addressing or talking about. So as it happens, this noun is masculine, but it starts with a vowel. So that's when you would use mon in front of it, either when it's a masculine noun or when it's a noun that starts with a vowel, okay? So, c'est pas sérieux, mon amour, mon amour. Now, it's not, now serious isn't really the word that we need to translate this into English. So, sérieux can also mean like responsible or like wise or careful. There's a few ways you could translate it. So, you'll find that actually, members of my club, at the bottom of the handout, when you have to match some vocabulary. So we've got the lyrics here, we've got some images, but we've only got a few of the images on here. Un, deux, trois, quatre. I think there's a few more. Let me just check on there. Oh no, ça va. Un, deux, trois. Un, deux, trois, quatre. Oui, quatre. Il y en a quatre. So there's 4 images here, and they're to do with, I'll describe them in a minute. Or you can have a think about how you would describe the images, because they're linked to some of the imagery, the things that are described in the text of the song. But down here we've got some vocabulary. Comment dit-on? How does one say? How do you say en français the following? So careful, sensible or responsible. They're all adjectives, and sérieux is the one that you need to fill in there. I won't tell you too many of the others. You'll have to watch the video and fill it in yourself at the same time or sometime after to check your comprehension. So one thing you might notice about this, that even the title of the song, it's quite informal. there is no ne, negating this part. Instead of ce n'est pas sérieux, ce n'est pas sérieux. It's not really careful. It's not too wise, if you like, or very responsible. Instead of saying ce n'est pas with a little ne here in front of the in front of the verb est from être, we've only got a pas. Now that happens quite often in French when someone's talking informally. Okay, so they just take out the ne. Like for example, j'ai pas mangé. J'ai pas mangé. Je n'ai pas mangé would be the full, correct, if you like, proper French. Ne and pas going around the verb avoir. It's a compound tense. It's the past tense there. So je n'ai pas mangé can become j'ai, I have, pas mangé, not eaten. So if you hear the ne taken out, sometimes, generally, it'll be because someone's talking informally. So instead of ce, oh, pardon, you can't see because I zoomed out, silly Billy. So if that was in the full form, it would be ce n'est pas. Okay, ce n'est pas. This or that or it is not. The ne and pas wrap around the verb est. So that's the full form. But we've made it more informal because it's an informal song by nature. It's about people sort of going around in the road or on the street kissing and like not really caring about it. But the song means it's not wise. It's not a wise thing to do. You'll see what the lyrics are. So wherever we've got c'est pas sérieux, it could alternatively be written ce n'est pas sérieux. But remember, we're just taking it out to be informal. It's not wise. It's not sensible, my love, de s'embrasser comme ça dans la rue. N'importe où. Okay, so I love this introduction to the song. So it's not wise, it's not careful, it's not very responsible. My love, de s'embrasser. That means to kiss, like, you know, smooching, kissing on the lips. So it's not, this isn't an informal way of saying it. S'embrasser is the reflexive, or s'embrasser, reciprocal, to kiss one another. So that's a nice little verb there, and it means to kiss. So if you've heard the word bisou, bisou, you might hear at the end of do you think is it at the end of French with Alexa's videos? She's great, by the way, go and watch her on YouTube. Bisou just means like kisses. Un bisou is a kiss, one kiss, a little kiss. Bisou with an OUX at the end is plural, kisses, and people often sign off, like, you know, texts or letters to people they know, or a message, maybe an email to someone you know well, like a friend or a family member, with bisou. But that's a noun, a kiss. Okay, and well, actually it's little kisses. And then also there's the noun busy. I'm busy. Let's write this down because this is an important one. It can lead to confusion. So we've got the noun. Attention, je cherche mon stylo. C'est bloqué là, c'est coincé. Right, I've got my pen's gone floor. Oh, it's all gone crazy. Sorry, too much stuff on my desk. So un bisou is a little kiss, or someone might end a text or something with bisou. Bisou, bisou, bisou. Is there an X in the end? We'll just give you the singular for now because it might actually just be bisou, bisou with an S. Bisou. Sometimes if you haven't seen or written something down for a while, I think it's with an S at the end, like that. Un bisou, little kiss, like that. And then bisou, comme ça. Not sure why I was thinking about the X. And then un baiser, un baiser, un baiser. Remember, this is a kiss. Another word for kiss, like that. Baiser, with a Z sound. Now, This is important. These words mean a kiss, okay? The thing that you give someone. Kiss on the cheek, kiss on the hand, kiss on the mouth, whatever. But that there looks like and is pronounced in the same way as a very naughty verb, okay? It's very vulgar. I would say look it up because I don't really want to say the translation of it on. I just don't like swearing, you know. But it's the verb form of an equivalent of the word that starts with an F, okay? So to the F word. Now if you use it as a verb, that's what it means. Okay, baiser as a verb in French is very naughty. It's one of the ways to use that. But if it's un baiser, je te donne un baiser, I'll give you a little kiss, un petit baiser. If it's un baiser with a or the in front of it, then it's a noun and it's a kiss. But attention, watch out for baiser using it as a verb, okay? Just try not to do it and look it up if you're not quite sure what I'm talking about. B-A-I-S-E-R. But we were talking about the verb s'embrasser, okay? It sounds like the English word to embrace, which could be used to kiss, but also is understood as to hug, okay? So it's a slightly different thing. It's a bit of a false friend. So, c'est pas sérieux. So it's not sensible, my love, to kiss, s'embrasser, comme ça, like that, to kiss like that. In the street, dans la rue, n'importe où, that just means anywhere, any place, no matter where. N'importe où. N'importe can be used with n'importe qui, anyone, or whoever. N'importe quoi, whatever. Okay, so you might hear n'importe with one of those kind of question type words. C'est pas sérieux, mais c'est bon, mon amour. It's not wise, but it's good, or it's nice, my love. Quand ta bouche affamée se promène sur mon cou. What is she doing? What are these gestures that she's doing? Well, it's not responsible, but it's great, my love, when you're, now this is nice, this is quite poetic. Quand ta bouche, bouche is a mouth. When, this is in the to form, remember, ta is possessive. When your mouth, and then we've got an adjective here describing the mouth. Affamé, that means hungry. When your hungry mouth, wanting to kiss someone, you see. Se promène is to like to walk, or to walk, so, moves along basically. Sur mon cou, le cou is neck. So it's not sensible, but it's nice when your hungry mouth, can't think of another word that's kind of fitting there, kisses my neck basically. Touches my neck. I think it's lovely. A little bit risque, obviously. Et moi si timide, and me, and I, if you like, so timid or shy. And then we've got a little repetition in brackets where the choir sings in the background. Timide, je me sens solide. Je me sens means I feel. It's from the verb se sentir, which is reflexive, okay? Je me sens means I feel. Solide could mean a few things. It can mean solid, but it can also mean strong or robust or grounded. There are various translations for that. So, and me, so shy or so timid, I feel strong. Comment le cacher? Comment le cacher sans tricher? Ce grand bonheur. This is a question, if you like. Comment le cacher means how to hide it. Cacher means to hide. And if you ever play cache-cache, that means hide and seek. Okay, cache-cache, cache-cache. Jouer cache-cache means to play hide and seek. There's also a clothing brand, I believe, called Cache-Cache, which I think is quite a cool name. how to hide ce grand bonheur, this great happiness. Ce, little kind of demonstrative pronoun there. We've got it up here again in ce n'est pas, this or that or it. Ce grand bonheur, this great happiness. Bonheur, happiness. And from that word we get heureux or heureuse, happy, or heureusement, happily. Grand does mean big, it can also mean tall, but it translates often into English as great, okay? This great happiness. So how can we hide? I think this is a rhetorical question. Comment le cacher? How? Le cacher. Le cacher means it, this great happiness. Comment le cacher sans tricher? Sans tricher. Now tricher is also kind of, tricher means to cheat. Okay, it looks a bit like the word trick. T-R-I-C-H-E-R. Tricher. Comment le cacher sans tricher, ce grand bonheur. So, how can we hide this great love without cheating ourselves, presumably? Qu'on affiche sans pudeur. Pudeur. How can I translate that? Sans pudeur. Qu'on affiche sans pudeur. Okay. Que on means that we. Remember, sometimes instead of using nous to refer to us or we, French people will use on, and it also means we. So, and it's quite informal, right? So here, on just replaces nous. So it's the third person singular verb conjugation that follows it instead of the nous form, the first person plural. Okay, so third person singular. How can we hide this great love without cheating in some way, or doing us a misjustice? This great love that one or we afficher. Now, une affiche is like a poster, a notice that you put up somewhere. So afficher is to kind of publicize or make public or to show something, and it's this great love that's being shown. Sans pudeur, again we've got sans, without, followed by a verb here, without cheating. Sans pudeur, without, followed by a noun. Now pudeur means kind of being careful or carefulness. That kind of links to the word sérieux. Pudeur. Now I'm just going to check that because sometimes I can't think of exactly the word. Ah yeah, okay, I got one. Without reserve, okay, or without modesty. There you go, modesty is a good one. Or without being prudish, yeah, prudence, yeah, or not prudence, but so sans pudeur means like they're not being modest about showing the fact that they're kissing in the road, okay, or kissing in the street, dans la rue. So it's nice. The man who's singing it, I think his name's Dick Rivers, from Les Chats Sauvages, which is, I can't remember if I mentioned, that's the name of the group, and it means the Wildcats. Very cool, very 60s kind of name. So, and me, so timid, so shy. I feel strong, feel good. Oh, I think I lost this. I didn't even, sorry. Excusez-moi tout le monde. J'ai raté cette ligne, en fait. I've missed that line. So, the singer's saying he feels good, feels strong. Depuis que, that means since, or that because. Depuis que tu, that means because or since. Depuis que tu m'aimes, tu me aimes. You love me. It's nice, isn't it? So, we've got the direct object pronoun here, me. Tu me aimes. Me in front of a verb that begins with a vowel, or an A here, like the verb aimer, which means to love, or to, really like. That comes after the direct object pronoun me, and it becomes M apostrophe. So you take off the E in me, which is the me bit, which receives the verb aimer. So, je me sens solide, I feel good, I feel strong, because or since you love me. And then that's repeated by the choir, the chorus. Depuis que tu m'aimes, comment le cacher sans tricher, ce grand bonheur qu'on affiche sans pudeur. So, how can we hide this great happiness without cheating that we show off without modesty or without any cares? I think is great. So that moves us on to these. C'est pas sérieux, c'est pas sérieux. So that's the same essentially as what we've already seen. It's not wise, it's not responsible. Mon amour, my love. De s'embrasser comme ça dans la rue, qui nous voit. Now every time you've got this kind of what seems like a chorus, you've got this main part, c'est pas sérieux mon amour, and then something or some things change in it, which I think is a lovely structure for a song. De s'embrasser comme ça dans la rue. That bit's the same. It's not sensible, my love, to kiss in the road, like to kiss each other in the road. Qui nous voit, who sees us? Now, you could either, I think what this is saying is that qui nous voit, if it had if it had a point d'interrogation après, if it had a question mark here, it would be who sees us, who can see us? Qui nous, who us sees, qui nous voit. Voir from the verb voir. Yes, similar wee bit there. Qui nous voit. But I think it's saying it's not sensible to kiss in the road like that. Which can see us. So we're talking about the road. Qui is like a little conjunction word referring potentially to the road. Who can see us with its eyes. Trop curieux. Tout autour. Right, so this is like kind of personifying, in my opinion, personifying the road as having eyes that are the eyes that are watching them. Obviously, that could be anyone. Les gens qui marchent dans la rue, les voisins. It could be, you know, people who are walking along in the street, or your neighbours, les voisins, qui regardent avec les yeux. Trop curieux. So, trop curieux means too curious, like overly curious, you know. People would have been very interested to see young people kissing in the street, because I guess at the time it was kind of on the verge of being risque, but also at the time when there's kind of a revolution in how you could behave, you know. So it's an exciting time that this song represents, I think. Tout autour. Let me just show you that a little bit closer up. Tout autour. Oh, actually we've got O-U, A-U, O-U. Tout. Like last time I think I spoke about the oo sound of an O and U, like in the word vous. And then here we've got slightly different O. Au revoir, for example. Au revoir, until we see each other again. So you've got an oo and then an O. And then you've also got our again. Tout autour. Because of the T in tout, which we wouldn't normally pronounce, because that precedes an A in autour, this is pronounced tout autour, tout autour. I like saying that. Listen out for it in the song if you can. Qui nous voit avec ses yeux trop curieux, tout autour, tout autour. Another thing to mention is that trop, which means too much. J'ai trop faim, for example. I'm too hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm just too hungry. Now it's almost unbearable, if you like. You could use it that way. Il a trop d'argent, lui. He has too much money, he does. So you can use it like that. But T-R-O-P, you don't pronounce it trop unless it's followed by something where you can make a liaison. I can't think of an example, but generally you pronounce it T-R-O, trop. Trop. Okay, so if you see, it's in a song actually, it's in a song, You're the Top. Now what song is that? That's like, oh, it's a very famous song. Oh my goodness, who wrote that song? To my shame, I can't remember that, and I was actually in the play when I was younger at school where they sing that song. And in the song, they're singing, "You're the best. You're de trop, they say, you know, because it's a mispronunciation of the French. But it's saying you're too much, de trop. Wish I could remember that, but I can't. The same person who wrote de lovely. I'm going to have to find that online. De lovely. Right, sorry to do this. But it really annoys me when I can't think of the song. Anything Goes is the name of the... Anything Goes. Cole Porter. You see, I should know that. I consider myself like a musical aficionado, but let myself down there. Oh well. That happens sometimes, right? Doesn't matter. So, let's go back. So, it's not responsible or wise or careful or prudent, my love, to kiss like that in the street who can see us, or the street that can see us with its very curious eyes all around, tout autour. Then we've got, at the end of that, a sneaky little line. Alors donc viens chez moi. Or alors viens donc chez moi. Yeah, viens donc chez moi. So, or well then, come back, viens donc chez moi. Come to my house. Isn't that sneaky? So, we shouldn't be kissing in the road. So come back to my place. I think it's really funny. Alors viens donc chez moi, viens chez moi, viens chez moi. So we've got 3 little repetitions there. And then we've got a new kind of verse, I guess, but it sounds more like a chorus to me. C'est pas sérieux, mon amour. Tu sais, tous les amis croient sûrement qu'on est mort. Ça va faire 4 nuits, 4 jours, 4, like 4, que nous n'avons pas mis tous les deux. Hang on. Que nous n'avons pas mis tous les deux le nez dehors. Didn't quite get that fit in there properly, but so this is what the next bit says. I shall translate it for you like this, if I can just figure out where the camera's looking. It's not sensible, my love. You know, tu sais, you know what, you know, tous les amis, all our friends, all our mates, croient sûrement, they believe for certain, qu'on est mort. Que on, that means que plus on becomes con. They believe that we, on is used instead of nous, on est mort. Mort, even though it's used with on and it's conjugated with the third person singular, the adjective that describes us, we, ends with an S because it's used to mean more than one person rather than just in general people, okay? So that's a bit of an unusual thing. You know that all our mates think we're basically dead. They think we're dead. Okay, this is just a bit of hyperbole here. Crois sûrement qu'on est mort. And this is why they might think that. Ça va faire 4 nuits, 4 jours que nous n'avons pas mis le nez dehors. So, it will be, ça va faire 4 nuits, 4 jours. That will be, or it will soon be, 4 nights and 4 days that we haven't ventured outside. We haven't put our nose outside. That's what the French say. Mettre le nez, mettre, mis is the past participle of the verb mettre. C'est nul ce stylo, c'est nul. Je jette. Voilà, throw it out. Every time I do a video, like one of my pens doesn't work very well, even though I use them all beforehand just to check. Mettre. Mettre means to put or to place, and mis is the past participle. So mettre le nez dehors, to put your nose or one's nose outside. But the translation is to venture out. Okay? Mettre, to put, mis, the past participle, and mettre le nez dehors, put your nose outside, to venture out. So, ça va faire. Ça va faire 4 nuits, 4 jours. So, when you've got the verb faire plus, or ça fait, so ça plus the verb faire in the third person singular, and then like a duration, if you like. Ça fait une semaine. Ça fait 4 nuits. Ça fait 4 jours, etc. It's saying it's been, or that will be. It will have been, if you like, because it's been 4 days and 4 nights that we haven't been outside. So our mates think that we're dead. Ça fait plus duration, or translates as it is, or it will be X amount of time. Okay, so it's quite useful, but that's the kind of thing which in songs I think it's, if you can remember that sentence or that little phrase, ça va faire, it will be, it, you know, va means it is going to, plus faire, it's going to be, if you like, it will be. What am I looking for? Ça va faire 4 nuits, 4 jours. Que nous n'avons pas, that we, oh, it's back to nous again now. So there's a mixture of quand, on, meaning nous, meaning we, and nous. So that's happened. Que nous n'avons pas mis, tous les deux means both of us, but neither of us, that would translate as in English. That we, neither of us have ventured out. Le nez, so we've got le nez and le cou, and la bouche, 3 sort of body words there. La bouche, feminine, le nez, masculine, le cou, masculine, and that's an OU sound. That was from page 1. In fact, it's just there, talking about la bouche affamée, the hungry mouth, walking along. Mon cou, my neck. Okay, let's go up to this one and I'll zoom out a little bit. So, let's see. What are the verbs we've seen? We've seen s'embrasser, kiss, kiss, kiss. And we've seen, I started underlining verbs and then I just didn't. So, se promène, from se promener. So that's kind of to walk, or go for a walk. How would you translate that as taking a stroll? Se promener. Let's see what we've got for to walk, take a walk, walk around. Ah, okay, it doesn't say this here, but maybe you could say when your hungry mouth explores my neck. Okay, there's a sense of going somewhere, movement, going forward, you know. Anyway, you could, if you wanted to, you could translate this and render it more as you would in English to make it sound more fluent. But anyway, se promener is to walk around or to go for a walk or take a stroll, that kind of thing. Se sentir is to feel. Aimer is to love. Oh, lost my little, there I am. Aimer is to love. Alright, and then what else have we got here? Cacher, remember, cache, hide and seek, to hide. Tricher is to cheat. To cheat, that's a verb. Afficher, most of these are just, apart from that one there, se sentir, they're ER verbs. Okay, so they're kind of the easiest ones, I think, to get the conjugation for. That means to publicize, or to show, or make public, if you like. Remember, at that point they're talking about making public their great love. How can you possibly hide this great love of ours? Okay, ça va? Everyone okay so far? I'm going to take some of my coffee. Excuse me a sec. Gorgeous. I love cold coffee at the moment. Anyway. Et s'il nous questionne, Right, so this is the same kind of melody again. Et s'ils nous questionnent, and if they, si is if, but when it's followed by il, which is they, it becomes et s'ils nous questionnent. And if they, us, question, if they question us, yeah, if they've got something, if they've got a problem with it, faudra, that comes from the verb falloir, which means to be obliged, or it is necessary. It's necessary that, okay, it basically means that. Faudra qu'on, we got que on again instead of nous, so we've got a mixture of nous and on. It is necessary that we give, the verb donner, give them, to them. Leur is an indirect object pronoun, so that means to them. A, eux. Eux means them, okay? And leur, that we've got il, which means they, that's a subject pronoun, and it should be followed at some point very closely by a verb. Ils question, they question. So il is different from à eux. Eux, oh, you can't see that. Eux means them, okay? It's a bit like the equivalent of saying moi, me, toi, you, vous, you guys, nous, us, lui, him, elle, her. Eux means them, guys. You can also have elle, plural, which means them, those girls. So leur, in front of the verb donne, donner, to give, means to them, and that's something that precedes a verb. So we will have, it will be necessary that we give to them une excuse valable, a valid excuse, okay? Et zut, and gosh, darn, zut, okay, very light, kind of lightly, slang, but lightly vulgar, okay? Après tout, okay, after all. On s'en fout, that's a little bit vulgar there. It's like saying, we don't give a damn, or we don't care, nobody cares. So that's very, it's very informal, okay? Zut, et zut après tout, on s'en fout. Volet fermé. Volet fermé means blinds closed, as in the blinds. Les volets are the blinds, like on a window, and fermé is closed. So it's basically like, and if they question us, we'll have to give them a good excuse why we're kissing in the street, or why they haven't why our friends haven't seen us for 4 days because we've been inside chez moi, my house. And gosh, or darn it, or gee whiz. After all, who cares? Blinds closed, and then this bit, I like this bit. Je ne pense que, ne and que around a verb translates as only or just, okay? So it's not really a negative like we might think, because you'd expect a ne and a pas, but that means I just or I only. I'm just, or I just think about à t'aimer. So je ne pense qu'à t'aimer means I'm just thinking about loving you, okay? When you pensez à quelque chose, it means you're thinking about something, thinking of doing something, you know. So here we've got the verb aimer, and t'aimer means to love you, or loving you. I'm only thinking about loving you. Only or just. Je ne pense qu'à t'aimer. I like that because it's like throwing caution to the wind. Who cares? I'm just thinking about being in love with you, right? C'est pas sérieux, mon amour, mon amour. Oui, mais le plus souvent qu'on en a fait dans la vie. Now, I've missed something out here to make this correct. So, when you have a ne followed by a que, which is what I missed out there, it means just or only. Remember, je ne pense que à t'aimer. I only think about loving you. Ne and que around the verb. Here we have quand on ne fait dans la vie que. So we've got a ne here and a que there. Ce qui est sérieux, mon amour, blah blah blah. I'll tell you what that bit means now. So here it's saying it's not responsible, my love. It's not wise, my love. Oui, yes. Mais, but, le plus souvent, most often, or just souvent, like often, quand on ne fait dans la vie que, when in life, we just do. Okay, so there's the verb, and there's ne and que. Quite a gap between them, but sometimes you have to really look at the sentence as a whole to kind of make sense of it. Yes, okay, so it's not sensible, but most often, when you only do in life ce qui est sérieux, that which is responsible, ce qui est sérieux, that which is sensible, my love, let's go down here a little bit again. C'est comme ça qu'on s'ennuie, qu'on s'ennuie, qu'on s'ennuie. C'est comme ça qu'on s'ennuie. Now, I'm just going to double check the spelling of this. So, ennuyer is to bore, or to get bored. So, this is from the verb s'ennuyer, s'ennuyer. You've probably heard of quel ennui, what boredom, how tiresome this is. So, ennui, it can have another meaning actually, to be irritating or annoying, but when we've got this s'ennuie, that's following que on, that means one or we or a person, some kind of impersonal, gets bored. Okay, to become bored, to bore, or to get bored, as we would say. I'm getting bored, I'm bored, je m'ennuie. So, excuse me, so, I like that. It's a pithy little ending, but it's also true. So yeah, it might not be sensible, my love, but the most often when we just do the things in life, that is things in life that are serious, not serious, that are responsible, sensible, cautious, my love. C'est comme ça, that is how, it is like this or that, that's how one gets bored, one gets bored. That's how one gets bored. C'est comme ça qu'on s'ennuie. So, it's true, if you're always sensible all the time, how are you going to have as much fun as you could have? So that's what that lovely song is about. I hope that helps. So, let's have a look. Were there any verbs here that I need to point out? So, ne fait que. I think that's an important one. Ne and que wrapped around a verb means only or just. Okay, ne and que, or just. Like there's a song, another song from like the 70s or 60s. Just trying to think it is. Who sings it? Not Marie Laforêt. Je ne suis qu'une fille. That's a lovely song too. Maybe we'll look at that next time. Pourtant je ne suis qu'une fille, she sings. I am just a girl. So instead of je suis une fille, which is I am a girl, we've got ne and we've got que in front of une fille. I am just a girl. I'm only a girl, you know, that kind of thing. So ne and que is a useful one. S'ennuyer is useful. Go and have a look at it if you want to use that one. Faudra, from the verb falloir. Oh yeah, falloir over here means to be necessary. Il faut que. It's always in like the third person singular. Il faut que. It is necessary that. Very, very common little structure in French. Cacher, remember, to hide. Tricher, to cheat. Also if you cheat in a test, naughty, naughty, tricher. And then the important one, s'embrasser, okay? To kiss. Se promène or se promener, to go for a walk. And se sentir, je me sens, that means I feel. Je me sens heureuse, par exemple. Okay, I hope that's really useful. Now, I would say have a little listen to that song, read the lyrics, try listening without the lyrics actually, and then have a look at the sheet. You've got some pictures here, maybe you could try describing them. Voilà, par exemple, les volets fermés de personnes qui ne s'embrassent pas, non, mais qui sont ensemble sur le canapé, de personnes qui sont amoureux et les yeux curieux qui regardent, qui voient. Okay? Now, have a little look at that. Feel free to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't seen this before. But if you want to join my French club, just send me an email and you can find the details underneath the video. Merci beaucoup, bonne journée et à la prochaine fois. Au revoir.